Hello, this is Coy, and welcome to the Eclectic Cottage. And thanks for joining me today for day 95 of the 100-day project. Day 95, we're getting close. Okay, before we get started today, I do want to take just a moment to acknowledge a loss in our junk journaling community. Some of you may already know that our dear friend, Rhonda without an H, Rhonda Weinstead, she, a day or two ago, did lose her battle with cancer. Okay, it's a sad time for us all. She will be missed, and I wanted to take just a brief moment to, give her a mention and to send special thoughts and prayers to her family during this difficult time. Her hubby, I was happy to see that her hubby, as a lot of us know him, he took a moment to record a video and letting us all know what happened. I think it was probably part of her final wishes that he did so, and he did so with grace. So this is to hubby and to the rest of her family. Special thoughts and prayers to you all. Okay, June. I'm a couple days late on getting my June journal started, and I thought we would kind of pull together some of the pages today. I've grabbed a few things from my shelf and from around my desk, and let's see what we can do. I'm also thinking that possibly I will put a second one together for a friend of mine while I'm at it. So one for her and one for me. Okay. Little parchment paper. My pink paper that I have, I'll be sad when it's gone. I know I can probably order more from Amazon, but I've, found several notebooks full of this, several little spiral notebooks full of the pink paper, and I use it sparingly. I only put one in a journal usually, and I'll be sad when it's all gone. Okay, this paper is some paper. I don't know what it is. I wish I knew where it came from. I wish I knew how to replace it. It's like a heavy duty waxy type of paper. Now this has a big crease in it, so I'm wondering if I should just make it a short page, get rid of the crease. I think I might do that. And then I can decide later if I want to use the creased part. Let's see. We can do this without a lot of hassle. Yeah, I can decide, oh, that's crooked as can be. That's okay. I will straighten it out. I should have just used my scissor from the beginning. What was I thinking? Making it that crooked. Okay, so it'll just be, I'll put it in her journal. I have used this in mine, and I think this might be, if it's not the last page, it's close. I've been really enjoyed using these too, but it's over. I enjoy having a couple of, a couple of different things, assorted things to put in the journal so that there's some kind of, difference in texture and color, what have you. This is actual vellum. So let's put a vellum page for each of us. This is manila paper, and this is straw paper. I want to make them fit. I want to just make them, I don't want to fold them up. It's not what I'm looking to do. So let's just trim them from the get-go. All right. So no more than 11 long. I think these are, both of these are about 12 inches. So we'll trim our inch off. 11. Okay. 11. Okay, plus we're gonna take off another 1/4 inch. Okay. So 10 3/4 really. Yeah, this little 1 inch, you can fold it over, but this little, this little 1 inch or 1 1/4 inch is just doesn't make a very significant pocket. So I will just set them over there, maybe for use on something else. Okay, and I think that the manila paper is 9 inches instead of 8.5. And let's make it 8 1/4. All right. Okay, that's better. Okay, the straw paper comes from Italy, from Rachel. And the manila, oh, I don't want 3 of them. I'm gonna set one of them aside. Okay. The manila paper comes from Amazon. And when I got the straw paper around Christmas time, it reminded me so much of manila paper that I had to order some. Okay, the texture is very similar. I think the straw paper may be a little bit sturdier. But I enjoy using both of them. Okay, so there's that. And let's use some of the vintage notebook paper that I found recently. Only 1 page. I don't want to put too many pages in it, especially in mine. Since mine is only for the month of June, I don't want to overdo it. All right, this is just a regular cream colored copy paper. And I think that will do it for the other paper, the paper that's not necessarily a digital. Okay. Now, there are a few pages. Let's set the single-sided papers aside. because they need to be treated differently than the ones that are printed on both sides. Again, I'm trying to use up what's around my desk and get a clean slate. Here's a book page. I'm going to put this in her book. Single-sided, a lot of single-sided. Why is so much of this single-sided? Don't I have some double-sided in here? Wow. Is it all single-sided? No. But most of it. All right, double-sided. Let me just check to see how many pages I used last time, because I was able to fill this one up enough to please me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's only 8 actual pages. So, especially on mine, I'm going to be sure not to put too much more than that in mine. I may give her a couple of extras. We shall see. All right. Okay, so let me ask how all of you are doing and what's going on your desk. Anything fun and exciting to report? Any new projects or any new thoughts and ideas? I know that we are here. We're getting ready for our June art walk at Revolution Inc. And we're looking forward to that, as always. We've got Kai's Island Grill coming with his food truck. The best Hawaiian food around. We love it. And we have had some recent news in our little town. Our little town, we are a military town. We have Fort Polk, which is actually no longer Fort Polk, it's Fort Johnson. So we have Fort Johnson here in our town. But other than the base, other than the military base, it is a very, very small town. We're small. And we have quite a few places to eat, quite a few little restaurants, and now we have a nice, when I got here, what, 5 years ago when I got here, there was no food truck business actually in Leesville, and now there is. And there are a few specialty restaurants. We, you know, have a few that are not big chain fast foods. We have plenty of those too, but we have some that are, you know, more mom and pop, more specialty. I think that there is a new Italian place that people are loving. We have a barbecue place. It's called Battered Men's Barbecue. I don't know where it got its name, but it is absolutely delicious barbecue. And we have a new Hawaiian place opening up here soon. And we found out that it's Kai, that it's there. His mom's opening up the place. So I'm sure that is going to be a nice addition to our town. And I'm sure it'll be well received. I'm sure it will. Why wouldn't it be? Anyway, I think we have some Cuban food. We have we have Jamaican food. There's a few places. What we don't have, the only like big like chain restaurant we have is Chili's. Like we don't have Carrabba's or Olive Garden or any of that in our town. Chili's is the only like national chain that's not drive-through. Okay. Can you tell it's almost lunchtime? I'm talking about food. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see what we have here. I don't want to put too many pages, but I do want to have some. What happened to the other? I don't know. This, I thought I would put in her journal. Maybe add some glitter. It's just an envelope I'm making a little shaker out of. I lined the inside and the back of one side. And I'm going to leave, I think I'm going to leave the front and this other right-hand side. I think I'm just going to leave it as is, just so she'll know it was a junk mail envelope. All right. That will be actually sewn into the signature. And, all right. Big envelopes. I had two of these. Oh, here it is. All right, I want to give her some of the special pages. As this will be her first junk journal. Nothing for that special, but some of my favorite pages. 3. One like that. 4. And let's give me 4. Two, 3, 4. Plain paper, notebook paper, manila paper. I need to trim that down before I start trying to work with it. All right, let's see. This is a lot of pages already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's more pages than I intended for me. So I might take something out of mine, but I'm going to give all of these to her. All right. So for the height, I don't want it. I want it like 8 1/4. Let me just trim a little bit off each side. Okay, 8 1/4. And 5 1/4. There we go. Okay. A decorative one in front. And put this in the center. That'll be the center fold. The envelope, we can do one of two things. We can either sew it in like this. The flap will be on that side, and the envelope will be open on this side, or we can make a hinge, which I think could be the best idea. Let's make a hinge, and a nice size one. And we'll sew it in there instead. That way the envelope still will keep its flap. I like that. Let me cut that little bit of color off of this. Okay. We'll glue. Let's see, how will we do this? We'll glue this here. And then here. We'll glue it here. And sew it in here. How's that? Okay, I want to make it the same size. I don't want it to be too large. All right. This will give us a short little page on that side and the whole envelope with flap on this side. Good idea. I like it. Sold. Don't forget when you're making your signatures, collecting your pages, that things can be tipped in. Like anything can be tipped in. We're tipping this envelope in, making it a page. So instead of sewing it here and having this as a short page on the other side and an envelope with no flap on this side, we're going to sew it in here. That gives us this little short page there, and our envelope keeps its flap. Okay, this page was not a straight cut page. All right, square it up a bit, and there we have it. Love it. Okay. Those are me, I think. These are her. Maybe I might like to find a piece of braille paper to put in here for her. Piano roll. I could put piano roll. But at least braille paper. I want to put braille paper because maybe she's never experienced the texture of braille paper before. Page. All right, a couple of these are full size without having the 1/4 inch trimmed off. I don't want that. I should have thought about that sooner. Take care of that before I try and put them in there. Where's our pink paper? Am I doing it right? Okay. I had to take a quick break. I'm going to tell you guys a story. I was so busy while I was making the video, so busy in my own thought process that I completely lost track of what I was doing, honestly. I found myself with my thoughts scattered. Just before I started the video, a friend of mine sent me a text message, like just before, like seconds before, saying that he may be moving he may be moving to Pittsburgh, 30 minutes from the city, to be closer to his son. And in the middle of our video, I found my mind wandering, and I'm thinking the city, I guess it's the city of Pittsburgh, because it wouldn't be the, you know, when I think of the city, when I hear anyone say the city, I think of New York City. Think of Manhattan, the city. So all of a sudden I was asking Alexa, how far is Pittsburgh from from Manhattan? And I apologize. I was just in my own little world, I suppose. Anyway, that's here nor there. I put the video on pause and stepped away from the camera. Went to have lunch, and now I'm back. Yep. It's embarrassing. I didn't have to tell you the story, but I figured it was a strange enough story because I've been doing this for a while, and that's never happened to me before. Oh, my gracious. Anyway, I'm going to make the cover. I think I'm just going to work on this one journal, and I doubt that I'm going to get it finished in time to see my friend today, but stranger things have happened. Let's see. All right. So, oh, that is not what I wanted to do. Okay. That's what I get for not paying attention. All right. I'm going to make this a little bit larger than the paper. And I'll cover it with... All right, so... I want to have a little bit of a spine. Maybe just a little bit like that. You know, there's 1, 2, 3, there's 3 folds, and I'm going to keep 2 of them. All right, to use for the spine. So I want this a little bit larger than 5.5, so 5.5. And should I add an 1/8 or a 1/4? Maybe an 1/8. All right, just a little bit larger than 5.5. Okay. And a little bit larger than 8.5. Tall, which is, let's see, 8.5. So what is it, 5/8? If I add an 8. Okay. All right, so 8 5/8. Yep, 5/8 is a number. Okay. Let's see how we did. And yes, that should work. It should be fine. Right? All right, the B. Okay. Excuse me. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of glitter here and close this thing up. Hopefully without making a glittery mess on my desk. This is Spectra Glass Glitter. And I'm just going to add a little bit. Let's see. Yes, that'll do perfectly. I'm going to use art glitter glue and try not to leave any opening. We don't want the glitter to escape, do we? No. Escaping glitter is not what we want. It's a formula for unhappiness. All right. All right, I'm going to set that aside like this to dry while I cover the cover with some decorative paper. Oh. All right. Can you see? Yuck. Glitter is not a happy thing. I mean, it is. It's sparkly and it's glitzy and it's glittery. But having it escape into the art room is not fun. I don't want any escaped glitter. All right, so let's set you over here to dry and figure out what we're going to do about this cover. Add our glue mat. And let's find some paper. Now let's go look for all those one-sided pages and pick a couple. This is nice. This is nice. Guess I probably need 4. Three. Let's use this. No. Maybe we'll use that for something else, a pocket or something. Okay. How about a Rachel page? Okay, that's pretty. Oh, I wanted to use this in her journal too. And that. All right. Yep. you are drawing, and you pocket. And where is this doily gonna go? Somewhere close to the center. And the pink, how about that? Okay. Yep. You should probably be dry by now, but I'm going to let you continue drying. Yes, there are definitely little hints of glitter around. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. Louise, if you're watching, it's the curse of the glitter. I think as junk journalers that we all like glitter, like we like it, but are we willing to face the consequences, the glitter consequences of the escapees just jumping right out and all over your space? My sister does large event decorating, and there is a whole lot of glitter going on over there. Always has been. And I think I spent a couple of decades, and not just me, my kids, a couple of decades where being covered in glitter was just a part of life. Kids would come home from the party store, sit down at the dinner table, they'd be sparkling. We called my oldest daughter, Angie, we called her Sparkle Plenty, because I think there was a time in her life where she would go the extra mile with the glitter and, you know, intentionally make herself sparkle. Yeah. And then it went to sparkly makeup and different things when they were little. She was Sparkle Plenty. Sparkle was our keyword for things. It was our little magic word. If, you know, someone needed a if someone needed to have a code at school, or, you know, something, it was always Sparkle was our word. We sparkled. All right. It takes 4 papers to cover the cover. Because oh, wait a minute. Do we use the spine? Maybe not. Maybe I'll sew it right into the crease. Let's see. We're not that big. I thought we were getting too big and that we needed a spine, but I don't think so. I think we'd rather have the coverage. Okay. The spine is not a spine. Hope I remember that. We are not using the little 1/8" spine. No, we're not. All right, front. What do we want on the front? Okay, the only thing with this is it's a very beautiful page, but because, I'll show you why. Because this is going to be shorter than the, let's see, maybe we can do this time. Because I like that paper so much. Maybe we can use something. Not large enough. All right. Let me cut this the size that we need for the back. This will be the back. And we'll use our little leftover piece to go on the front so that we can use the page horizontally instead of vertically. Yes, we will. Because we have these two very nice leftover pieces. All right, so that'll be the back. And this will be the front. Maybe it can be most of the front and the back. Would we consider doing this? I think we would. I think we would. As a matter of fact. Okay. We're gonna kind of do a little collaging. Let's put this first. Oh. Do we have another piece of that anywhere? No. All right. Not it. Not it. We're going to use this. For the front. don't mean to shake your world or anything, but I do need to plug my phone in there so we don't lose power. I hope that did it. Okay. Okay. Leaves a really nice piece to do something with. Okay, front. Actually, I think all right, when you're doing a large piece, you need to make sure that you're getting the whole thing with anything, but especially when you're doing a large one, it's easy to leave gaps. You need to check under the light to make sure that the entire piece is shiny, meaning there's glue there, and that you're not leaving empty any blank spaces. And I can see a few, yep. All right. Oh, now we want to do this. All right, what we could do, can we? Let's see. Let's go back to this drawing board one more time. We could do that. If I split this in half, we can have a piece for the top and a piece for the side. All right, let's just do it. Let's do it. And what happened to the ruler we were using? Here you are. We've had severe thunderstorms for days on end now, where you get warnings and there's tornado watches and the likes. All right. So let's put this at the top. And this at the side. We'll put this down the side. Collage. I'm not sure that's the perfect match or anything, but okay. That's what we're doing right there. That is it. Oh, look at that. All right, this piece of Braille paper just fell from the sky. It does have a fold on that side, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to put that in her signature. We're going to have to wrap this up pretty soon. I think I'll go ahead and finish this collage piece, put the video on pause, and come back at the end and show you what we end up with. Because I'm having so much trouble loading large videos right now. It is not fun. It's not funny. It's not fun. Okay. All right. So here's the front, the outside. I'm going to go ahead and put it on pause. I'll be back at the end to show you how it looks. Okay, and I'm back. This is what the outside looks like. This is what the inside looks like. I'm not going to fold it yet. I'm going to wait about 15 minutes to let the glue dry a little bit so I don't get that forever crease, the dreaded "you folded me when my glue was still wet" crease. All right, make sure that if you're new at this, that you know that that happens. If I were to fold this right now and then when I reopened it, I would have a very thick crease where it's folded that I would not be able to get rid of. We don't like that. So let your glue dry. Let your glue dry. Okay, I think I'm going to call this a video and say goodbye for now. We may work on this again in our next video. We'll see. All right, until then, I'm going to say goodbye for now. Everybody, have a great rest of your day. I know we've got some severe thunderstorms heading our way, so, you know, we'll be keeping an eye out on the weather, and I will see you next time. Bye.